Salam Bapak Ibu Guru hebat. Perkenalkan saya Gunarti, saya mengajar bahasa Inggris di SMA Kristen Petra Kediri, sekaligus sebagai mahasiswa PPG dalam jabatan di LPTK Universitas PGRI Madiun tahun 2023 Prodi Bahasa Inggris. Dengan nomor peserta PPG 201503051326. Berikut video pembelajaran saya. Selamat menyaksikan. Good afternoon, class.
Great to the teacher.
Good afternoon, I'm good. How are you? Okay, everyone sit down please.
Aurelia Ajeng Tiasmita, Excel Juan Sinatra, Eduardo Subagio, Elizabeth Vika, and the last one is Yuan Fortunato. Okay, complete ya. Well, do you still remember what our material last meeting? Ada yang masih ingat? Sebelumnya kita belajar apa? Teks yang sebelumnya. Teks yang sebelumnya? The text we discussed before? Yes? Descriptive. Good. Okay. Now, today we are going to learn a kind of new text. That one already mentioned here. But before we continue for our discussion and material for today, let me ask you some question. Okay. In Petra Senior High School, are you allowed to bring cell phone? Yes. Are you happy with that? Yes. What do you think if Petra ban or forbid bringing cell phone to school? Kalau nggak boleh gimana? Are you still happy with that? Why? Why? Kenapa? Kenapa nggak happy? Why, Van? What is your reason? Kenapa kok nggak happy kalau nggak boleh bawa handphone? Why? Nggak bisa chat ayang katanya. Why? Berarti happy ya dia. Kan namanya very happy. Berarti tetap happy ya. Is it okay if school has a new rule forbid student to bring cell phone to school? Is it okay for you? Gak apa-apa ya? Diterapkan ya? And my question, why no? What is your reason? Kenapa enggak? Kenapa, Luis? Emang handphonenya dipakai untuk apa sih? What do you use your cell phone for at school? Study? Study sambil senyum-senyum. Study? Study by what? By Kuiper. What else? Huh? Quizzes. Have you done all your homework on your Kuiper account? Yes. Yes-nya sambil senyum gitu ya. Oke. Nah. Oke, why Ma'am Una ask that question and ask you your reason why, ya? Because when you have any argument, you have to have your supporting idea. Harus ada kenapa, enggaknya kenapa. Don't say pokoknya mem, aku enggak mau. Nah, enggak maunya kenapa? Enggak setujunya kenapa? Sometimes there is a situation that ask us to agree or disagree with something, right? Kadang kita harus setuju, kalau ada kebijakan apa kita bisa setuju, bisa tidak setuju kan? Nah, setuju dan tidak setujunya, agree and your agree or disagree have to supported by apa? Supporting idea. Kenapa? Harus ada kenapanya. Nah, dari situ kalian nanti bisa menjelaskan kalau menyampaikan argumen. Kenapa? Harus ada dasarnya. Oke? Harus ada dasarnya. Oke. Okay, this is kind of text that we are going to learn for today. And you read on the slideshow. Analytical exposition. What is analytical exposition? Okay, before we study deeper about what analytical exposition is, divided into two. Ada analytical exposition and hortatory exposition. Apa bisa disebutkan lagi? Analytical exposition and hortatory exposition. Ya, ada dua ini. And today we are going to learn about this analytical exposition one. Ya, kita belajar analytical expositionnya dulu hari ini. Jadi kalau sudah selesai, baru kita akan pelajari exposition yang satunya ya. Oke. What is analytical exposition? Ya, apa sih itu analytical exposition? Nah, here we have the definition, also the social function of analytical exposition. You want can read a lot for the pink one?
Analytical exposition is a kind of a text that presents one side of an issue, pros or cons, not both, in a form of arguments. It elaborates the writer idea about the phenomena surrounding.
Yuan. Okay, so analytical exposition is kind of text, ya, salah satu jenis text that present one side of issue. One side-nya itu apa, Mem? Jadi, tadi Memuna tanya, do you agree or disagree? Ya, dia hanya membahas satu bagian saja tentang agree-nya atau tidak agree-nya, bukan dua-duanya, ya. Nah, in form of argument. Nah, in form of argument. Argumentnya nih without a, ya. Nah, karena dia bisa lebih dari satu untuk mendukung dari tesisnya. Nah, it's elaborate with the writer's idea about the phenomenon surrounding. Biasanya diambil membahas tentang apa, Mem? Tentang yang ada di sekeliling kita, yang dia anggap penting. Ya, that the writer think the topic or matter is important to be discussed. Misalnya apa kalau yang penting untuk didiskusikan di sekeliling kita? Itu tadi salah satunya. Nah, bringing mobile phone to school. Why important? Kalau kata kalian, kata anak-anak tadi, jangan, Mem. Kita pakai cellphone-nya untuk belajar. Iyakah belajar? Apakah betul-betul kalian pakai belajar? Nah, betul nggak, Bu? Yes. Oke. Temennya yang ketawa nih. Ya. Oke. Ya. As you see, Memuna selalu pakai teknologi ya untuk menyampaikan pembelajaran di kelas ya. Nah, in other side itu memang penting, tapi dalam pelaksanaannya apakah benar-benar student melaksanakan menggunakan gadgetnya, menggunakan handphonenya, cellphone-nya untuk betul-betul belajar saja? How about the prosentase? Prosentasenya belajar sama main game banyakan mana? Prosentasenya belajar sama sosial media banyakan mana? Prosentase belajar sama TikTok-nya banyakan mana? Ya, boleh nggak sih main TikTok? Boleh, Memuna juga main TikTok gitu ya. Nah, tapi perhatikan prosentasenya. Nah, makanya kenapa itu jadi penting untuk dibahas? Yang seharusnya you have to use your cell phone to study, whether at school or at home. Ketika di sekolah justru tidak digunakan untuk belajar, tugas-tugasnya di kuisis tidak dikerjakan, malah main game. Terkadang yang ditemukan seperti itu. Bahkan bukan terkadang, sering gitu ya. Nah, kalau misalkan Memuna menjadi penulis analytical exposition text, kenapa itu dianggap penting untuk dibahas? Karena itu tadi. Ya. Nah, karena Memuna menemukan that using mobile phone at school for student, sometimes the student do not use it properly. Nah, seperti itu. Nah, kalau Memuna tuliskan itu nama teksnya apa tadi? Analytical exposition text. What is the societal function of analytical exposition text? When we learn about text, Memuna always remind you that we have to learn about what is the definition, societal function, generic structure, and so on. Saya nanti nggak bisa cat ayam, nah nggak boleh. Ya harus ada apa? Harus ada supporting idea-nya. Harus lebih dari satu supaya meyakinkan dari pembacanya. Nah, what is argument? Used to support thesis. Nah, harus didukung dengan facts. Fact itu apa? Faktanya. Harus didukung dengan evidence-nya. Buktinya apa gitu ya? Buktinya apa gitu ya? Oke. And the last one is called as reiteration. What is reiteration, Samuel? Can you read that line? Yeah, that.
Stating
Restating
the thesis,
summary or
conclusion of what has been stated before in the previous paragraphs.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. Ya, restating the thesis, ya, restating menegaskan kembali ya, the thesis or it's called as summary or conclusion ya. Ya, conclusion apa itu conclusion? Kesimpulan dari what has been stated before in the previous paragraph, baik di paragraf pertama yang tesis tadi maupun di arguments, di restating ya, ditegaskan ulang dalam bentuk apa? Reiteration. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we are going to watch video, guys. We are going to watch a video so that you can understand more what analytical exposition is.
Now we are going to talk about the new text here, and the text is about the power of music in the world.
What is the title here?
Text.
The power of music in our life. What kind of text is it? Analytical exposition. So the writer, when writing this text, the power of music in our life, he or she thinks that the music has what? Punya apa? Punya power, ya, power in our life. Nah, kok bisa seperti itu? Nah, dia jelaskan nanti di paragraf pertama, ya, in the first paragraph. They call as thesis dan akan didukung dengan paragraf selanjutnya yang disebut dengan argument. After argument, close by reiteration. Okay, listen carefully.
Yang baru yang kita bahas tentang the power of music in our life. Apa sih yang ada di dalam wacana ini atau yang dibahas dalam wacana ini? So we will start from the first paragraph. Kita mulai dari awal atau dari paragraf pertama. Paragraf pertama terlebih dahulu ya. Nah di paragraf pertama di sana ada do you agree that music is important in our life? Berarti paragraf pertama dimulai dengan question. Jadi pertanyaan yang diajukan atau yang diberikan oleh si writer atau si penulis. Apakah kamu setuju bahwa musik itu sangat penting atau bahwa musik itu penting dalam kehidupan kita? Yes, I do. Langsung dijawab oleh si penulis bahwa dia menyetujui musik itu sangat penting atau musik itu penting dalam kehidupan kita. Nah, kenapa? Music has certain role completing our day-to-day activities. Jadi intinya adalah musik menjadi berperan di dalam kehidupan kita, melengkapi kehidupan kita sehari-hari, aktivitas kita sehari-hari dan seterusnya. Jadi selalu dilengkapi oleh musik ya. Nah selanjutnya dia juga memberikan alasan. Here are some reasons why music is heard everywhere and anywhere. Jadi intinya adalah dia memberikan alasan kenapa musik itu didengar di mana saja. Alasan yang pertama, music is a way to express feelings. Jadi
Ditanyakan tentang topics, ya ingat, ya, bisa dicatat ya. Kalau ada kata topik, ditanyain topik harus ingat kata reword apa? Rewordnya bukan reward hadiah ya, tapi reword. Apa itu reword? Repeated word, ya. Repeated word yang sering diulang kata-katanya apa, gitu ya. Nah, caranya seperti itu. Repeated wordnya apa in this text? For example, itu kata saktinya ya, reward. Nah, di paragraf pertama membahas tentang apa? Do you agree that? Music. Kemudian second paragraph, firstly, music. Third one, song. Ada kaitannya sama music. Nah, further, music. So, music. Nah, semuanya membahas tentang apa? Music. So, kalau ada pertanyaan, what is the topic of the text? You can answer by the topic of the text is about music, or the text is talking about music. Ya, the topic of the text is the importance of music. Bisa dilengkapi seperti ini. Okay, number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. Please answer it on your book. Write down your answer on your book. After that, you can afterward to write down your answer. I'm not going to give point. You can answer correctly. Give you some minutes to do it. Just read the question. And don't forget to find the answer in the text. What is the topic of the text for the first question? Second question, what is the writer's opinion about music? Disambung lagi dengan, is music important in our life? Why? Coba diperhatikan itu. What does the writer think the world will be without music? And the last question is, do you agree with the text above? Don't want to agree or not. But don't forget your reason. Sertakan alasannya. Okay. Number 1 will be answered by Dafar. Number 2, Ella. Number 3, Gatuso. Number 4, Pena. Is music important in our life? Yes, it is. Next one, why? Okay, because tadi kalau menyampaikan opini, menyampaikan argument harus disertai dengan apa? Reason. Reasonnya yang berdasarkan apa? Fakta, bukti, ada buktinya. The writer's opinion is that music is important in our life, or in his life juga bisa. Kan writer's opinion kan opininya dari si penulis kan? Yes, it is, because music is bisa dikasih ini ya. Ini Ella's opinion lah ya. Yes it is, because music is a way to express. Nah, kalau Ella's opinion berarti the feelingnya ganti my feelings ya. Good. Then number 3. What is the question of number 3? What does the writer think the world will be without music? It will be lonely, ya, akan sepi. Last one. Do you agree with the text above, Pena? Do you agree with the text? The power of music in our life, the importance of music in our life. Do you agree that music is important in your life? Yes, I do. Remember when you ask your opinion, give the reason. Alasannya apa? Kenapa music is important in Vena's life? Nah, kalau pendapat boleh pendapatnya pribadi. Kenapa? Vena suka dengerin musik kan? Suka dengerin musik kan? Ya, kenapa suka dengerin musik? Yes, I do. Because I tuliskan I love listen to music because I love singing. I like singing. Boleh. Kan namanya pendapat toh, boleh. Menyampaikan pendapat tuh boleh nggak sih? Boleh. Tapi harus disertai dengan reasonnya. Oke, good job. Nah, after this, for the vocabulary corner tadi sudah catat semuanya ya. Nah. Okay, after this you are going to do the quizzes on your paper count. But before that, are you sleepy? Yang mana lihat beberapa orang? Ya. Are you sleepy? Ya? Okay, everyone please stand up. Stand up please. I know it is already afternoon. We are going to go home after this, but stay active, ya. Okay, Atusa, stand up please. Do you still remember our last song, Making Melody? Nah, kan kita habis bicarakan musik kan? Okay, let's making melody in our heart. Ya, apa saja instruksinya? Thumbs up. Repeat after me. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Belum ngomong semuanya. Thumbs up. Elbows up. Knees bend. Neck bend. Tongue out. Turn around. Tongue out ya. Oke, nggak sampai akhir biar kalian nggak ngantuk ya. Oke, let's sing along together. 1, 2, 3, go. Making melody in my heart, making melody in my heart, making melody in my heart. Under the King of Kings, thumbs up, making melody in my heart. Sing along with me. Melody in my heart, making melody in my heart. Under the King of Kings, thumbs up, elbows up, making melody in my heart, making melody in my heart. Come on, sing along with me. Melody in my heart, under the King of Kings, thumbs up, elbows up, knees bend. Making melody in my heart. Ben, gimana Ben? Masih jatuh di depan. My heart, making melody in my heart. Under the King of Kings, thumbs up. Kayak gitu tuh, ini kasih jatuh di depan nih. Thumbs up, elbows up, knees bend, neck bend. Making melody in my heart, making melody in my heart, making melody in my heart. Under the King of Kings, thumbs up, elbows up, knees bend, neck bend. Sit down. Masih ngantuk nggak? Masih ngantuk? Ya, jam-jam rawan ya. Okay, now please open up your paper account. I'm already sent the quizzes there with those material we discussed. Please do the exercise correctly. The generic structure 1 ya. The generic structure 1. Generic structure of analytical exposition text.
Stand up, please. Say goodbye to the teacher. Goodbye and